We're now going to talk about vertical asymptotes and how we find them. So remember, a vertical asymptote is that point that the graph never crosses, or a line that the graph never crosses, and the vertical says it's straight up and down. So let's look at our problem from earlier, from the last video. And here, remember we found that the domain was everything but -1? It turns out that we do the same thing. We take the x minus 1, set it equal to 0. X equals 1 means I'm going to get a vertical line, and I put it in as a dashed line over the top of that line, and this is my vertical asymptote. So that's how I find it. Let's look at our other one. Remember we had x minus 3, r of x equals x minus 3 over x squared minus 4x minus 5, which factored as x minus 5, x plus 1. So I have an x cannot equal 5 and an x cannot equal minus 1 for the domain. Well, those just translate into x equals 5 and x equals minus 1 for the asymptote. So here's my minus 1, and here's my 5. So the vertical asymptotes come from the domain, and they come by setting an equation of x equals whatever is not in the domain. So once you find your domain, you're actually also finding your vertical asymptotes too.